What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Championship Court. This is a battle of two teams looking for their first win so far of the tournament. The Florida Smash taking on the LA Mad Drops. The defending champs from Mesa is the team in white. The LA Mad Drops, Michelle McMahon, Adam Stone, former top men's pro in the booth with you. Cameron Blackwood joining us from the sideline, and we are getting you set for our final match on Championship Court. It's a rematch of the MLP Mesa semifinals. The Mad Drops swept Florida Smash in 3 games. However, the biggest storyline here, you mentioned it earlier today in the broadcast, Adam, the Mad Drops don't have Thomas Wilson. It was announced last night that he is out with an injury. He was a huge part of that team's success in Mesa. So Hunter Johnson got the call-up opportunity from the Challenger League, but no doubt this changes the dynamic for the Mad Drops as we await first serve here. And the first game is going to be women's doubles. What are you looking for so far in this matchup? Florida Smash and the Mad Drops, two teams that made it fairly far in Mesa. Well, made it all the way to the end for the Mad Drops. What are you looking for, Adam?
Yeah, definitely. And the Florida Smash, tough match earlier today. Definitely looked like they got off to a slow start, and they were defeated 3-1 by the St. Louis Shock. And the LA Mad Drops, unfortunately, dropped their first match in a dream breaker against the ATX Pickleballers. So definitely needed some ground to make up here. And as you mentioned, Thomas Wilson, a big part of this team on and off the court. Great teammate, great guy, and great player. So, hey, if you're going to have to replace him, why not with Hunter Johnson, also a quality teammate and player on the court as well.
Here's how the standings look per the groups. You're watching Group C right now, or you're about to be watching Group C, but Group A, the Black Bears, so far the only team with 2 wins and no losses, the Pickleballers. And the St. Louis Shock, who we saw earlier today on Championship Court, a very good-looking team. The Hustlers split 1-1.
Yeah, Group B's a doozy. You win. You win.
We knew this would happen.
You win and you're in tomorrow. Everyone is 1-1, so there's going to be 2.
Be a bloodbath.
That's right. So tomorrow morning we're going to have 2 matches, and the 2 winners of those matches will be advancing from Group B. So we might have the same situation in Group C. We'll have to find out, but that can't happen because we have the 2 0-1 teams playing. So definitely interesting dynamics in each of the groups. So very exciting stuff. And If it doesn't come down to matches, it comes down to games and comes down to points. And we've seen, just a percentage or maybe even less of a percentage create a win or have a team move on. So every point matters. We've talked about it all day, and obviously very much no different in this last matchup of the evening.
So for this matchup, it's women's doubles. Jessie Irvine and Jorja Johnson squaring off against the GOAT, Irina Tereschenko. She's won 4 out of the 5 Major League Pickleball Championships. And her partner, Parenteau. What do you think works well synergistically with these two, Irina and Catherine?
Well, I'll tell you right now.
Yeah, tell me. Tell us right now.
Parenteau is playing some incredible pickleball these last handful of months, and she has really stepped up her game, and you don't see that too often from a veteran who's been playing for several years to the next level. She has.
First serve is underway.
This is a big deal. This is the first match of the day. Often with these overhangs, you'll see the shadows in the morning. We happen to have them in the evening for this matchup.
So explain who has the disadvantage here.
Well, right now, when that ball just travels in and out of the shadows and the light, as you can see, a little bit more light shining through on the Florida Smash on the near end of the court. But either way, close to your opponents that are hitting the ball hard, and you have to track it as it goes in and out of the light. Very difficult, and hopefully we don't see too many mishits or loose errors from the ladies, because sometimes it can happen with the shadows. Already a better start than this morning. They were a little flat, and the St. Louis Shock came out ready to rock with Elise Jones and Simone Jargine. So let's hopefully these Smash ladies can bring the energy. for sure. A couple of great digs from Jessie Irvine to get back to neutral on that point. She just throws her head back when it trickles over the net. Nothing you can do. Yes, heavy hands. Jorja Johnson, big fan of her game. Mentioned it earlier in that first match. We had the 19th pick at the hard eights, taking AJ Kohler. She was taking the 17th pick. We wanted her back.
In case you are wondering referencing which team. And keen insight there, because you were part of the draft process.
Jessie Irvine on her forehand side, getting the ball across the body of Irina Tereschenko on her right. Very well placed from Jessie Irvine. Those are the tough ones there. With 2 or 3 tough shots, and just doesn't work in your favor. And I think a smart veteran move from Irina Tereschenko, taking an early time out. She knows that if this gets away and this lead extends from 4 points, that they could be in trouble later in the game.
So the early lead.
Well, I was just gonna mention that we have Thomas Wilson down on the bench, so always nice to have those outside eyes looking in, as we mentioned with some of the coaches. So he is putting on his coaching cap for this particular event. Hope he gets back on the court soon.
So at least if he can't play, you have him as a coach. How valuable, or invaluable rather, is that insight for a player like Thomas Wilson to be able to observe, not as emotional?
Of course, it's huge.
Not that he's an emotional guy.
These players are so good at figuring things out, but when you are in the moment of this competition, Michelle, sometimes you're blinded to what's really happening. So to have him on the bench and just give you a little tip here and there on the changeover or on the timeouts is huge. Probably one of the better levers of balls that are going out from her opponents. Very good from Irina, and very good at dodging those over-aggressive attacks and letting them sail long.
Tereschenko grabs the corner there. One of the ageless wonders of the sport. She played college tennis, #1 singles for Texas Tech.
3-6.
One of the best female players in the world at her craft in pickleball. Catches Johnson off guard on that one.
Yeah, 2 quality points in a row from Irina Tereschenko on that last one, and then the counter attack on the previous point.
Now a 1-point game on the championship court.
Great early timeout by the drops.
Tereschenko was loaded up on the backhand, lined up in the middle.
That's right, and 4 in a row for her. She's been very, very integral in all 4 of these points out of the timeout, and we're tied up.
defending champions.
Yeah, very good stuff. Tale of 2 sets of 3 minutes. The first 3 minutes for the Florida Smash was flawless, and that drops right back into business. And another loose error for the Florida Smash. Jorja Johnson, a couple attacks sailing long, that return catching the net. Beautiful slice that she has is if you reach out and cut it off and take it into the air is a great option, but as soon as that thing hits the court, it is skidding.
It is all Captain Parenteau and Irina Tereschenko looking to be the first team to 11.
From Jorja Johnson, catching Catherine Parenteau off balance.
Just long Johnson.
11, timeout, 1 minute, quick
So the mat drops.
Score is 11.
First team to 11, we will change ends. Adjustments for the Florida Smash might be what?
Well, I would say number one, try to keep those attacks in the court for Jorja Johnson, because the second half of this, the first part of the game before the end switch, I believe there was 4 unsuccessful backhand attacks, and you have Travis Rettenmaier over there with his hand on her back, just kind of letting her know it's all good, stay with your game, possibly pick your spots a little bit better, but stay aggressive at the same time. We always talk about these situations as being a fine line, and you don't want Jorja Johnson to fully stop the offense, even though she's made some mistakes, but at the same time, got to clean up those decisions a little bit.
Good look of Hunter Johnson there, his brother Yates right behind him. Hunter Johnson got the call up, as we mentioned, to the LA Mad Drops. Parenteau with the serve.
We got the train coming through.
And the train.
Yeah, and Hunter Johnson, I had the pleasure of playing with him, Jack Rabbit's last event of last year. Great teammate, great player. Attacks out at this point, so
trading them back.
Yeah, Irina Tereschenko with 4 let-goes the first half of that match, and Jorja Johnson letting that one so wide.
And another.
And it's a great eye. I mean, you never know if they're going out until you let a couple go, and it's a very important part of this game at all levels, of course at the pro level, but amateurs, if you're looking to step up your game, that's a good way to do it. Tereschenko handling the power and the pace, whether it be letting it go or counterattacking Jorja Johnson right now, and that's the difference. always nice to see a player play a couple loose points early on, regain their footing, and start to play their game. And that's exactly what Irina Tereschenko is doing right now.
Jorja Johnson.
Yeah, flip the tape on that, but either way, much clearer position of that one-handed attack from Jorja Johnson than a few of the previous attempts. One-handed attack and the one-handed counter from the ladies. Well played from both.
That time.
Irvine glanced over to Jorja, thinking that maybe Jorja would continue her pressure and take that ball in the middle. Slight confusion there, and unfortunately for the smash, it cost him the point.
Forces that ball wrong. What do you think about the alignment of Irvine on the right and Jorja on the left after this point?
It's the optimal alignment for the Florida smash. They do have a little versatility, but I would expect something to have to really go wrong for them to switch at this point. They are unfortunately down 4 points, so tough late in the game to make that switch, but it is an option for them, even though Jorja on the left is my preferred spot for her.
But how about the defense of Parenteau and Tereschenko? Tereschenko line drive to Johnson.
Tough break off the tape, but you're exactly right. It's the defense of the Mad Drops right now. Tereschenko, great athleticism and great length, and Catherine Parenteau has been working with her trainer and is paying dividends. She's moving like a gazelle out there.
Gazelle, I like it. And the Mad Drops stealing every inch of momentum here in game number 1. All pressure on the Florida Smash, still in search of their first match victory here in group play. We've got 2 rounds of group play that's taken place today, and we'll have the final round of group play tomorrow morning. Adam Stone's going to be up bright and early.
Can't
first
wait.
Game coverage.
Yes, love the first match.
No rest for the weary.
I wouldn't have it any other way.
He will be on that call with Cameron Irwin.
Yes.
And go ahead.
Well, I was just
weigh in.
I was just gonna say right now the Mad Drops, even when we've seen it a couple of times from Tereschenko, even when they hit a poor shot or pop up a dink, they are digging themselves out of that hole. So it could be the scramble ability in the back of the court, or it could be neutralizing the offense from the kitchen line. Either way, they are not giving any freebies to the smash and forcing them to hit several good shots to win the point. And you can see as a 7-point lead that great strategy, great play from the drops at this point. Nice. Hit it down low with the feet of Tereschenko. Yeah, that was the. It's okay. You had a 50-50 shot. Jorja knew she left her shot high, and Irina Tereschenko was going to be aggressive, so she broke back to the middle. Great spot from Irina. Small smile on her face. Missed that one pretty badly. It just happens to the best of us, even Catherine Parenteau. With Irina Tereschenko, you don't want to have to bail yourself out too many times. A couple of times, sure, but if you keep putting yourself in bad spots, it's not going to be good. Very nice partner communication by Irina Tereschenko, but when the Jessie Irvine slapper is coming right at you, I tell you what, it's very hard to let that ball go. She was new, and she just wound up on a two-handed backhand and hit me directly in the chest. As hard as I've ever been hit in my pickleball career, I will never forget that.
Tereschenko.
Often when you're playing someone you have never seen before or heard of before, they're not very good. This was definitely not the case with Jessie Irvine. Yes, a humbling moment
for Adam Stowe.
That's for sure.
Jessie was like, let me introduce myself. Body bag me. Good night. And game point returns to the side of the Mad Drops. Tereschenko to serve to Irvine. Staying alive, Florida smash, inching their way back in. Yeah, 2 points down.
It's the MLP creep. It never fails.
It's the MLP way. We're frozen now on both sides on the score. Jorja Johnson coming alive with the perfect opportunity.
Yeah, and it's one of the situations when you end up beating up the end up so occasionally you will pop that ball up more than the cross-court dink, and I think that's what we've seen the last few from Irina.
Ties it up. How did she do it?
Oh, that's the crouching pump. And I really like it because she's not that player that just comes kamikaze in all the time. She's a spot picker. And she saw an opening and she went for it, and it was perfectly timed.
Championship court.
Really, what it is. Oh, Irina got the title as if she was taking the time. Maybe it didn't.
21-20.
There was odd.
Took a chance. The Florida Smash were inches away from winning this game.
They were, and Jessie told Jorja, but it was just a little too late with the communication. That ball is definitely going to sail into the Michelob ultra sign in the back of the court, but Jorja Johnson couldn't pull back.
20-21.
Oh. Oh my goodness.
Hindrance on Michelle McMahon.
Sorry. So sorry. Oh, that one caught me. I thought you were going to blow her up.
No, I know. I don't blame you at all.
21-21.
Party foul. I'm out. Sub one, Adam. You're in for the rest of the game. You can call it. Oh, the mad drops. Now back on top by one.
My goodness, the momentum swings in this game are insane.
22-21.
What'd you make of that last point, Adam?
Michelle, once they squandered that lead, once they got to 20, I thought they were done for. What an amazing...
Florida Smash?
No, the Mad Drops. Because they had the big lead. They got to 20. Florida Smash came back. And to refocus after giving up that 5 or 6 point lead, whatever it was an amazing job of professionalism and staying locked in the moment. Well done, Tereschenko and Parenteau.
Well, there's one player that knows how to do it. It's Irina Tereschenko. She's won 5 of these championships, so the recipe is simple in MLP. If you want to win a championship, you just have to draft Irina, who is standing by with Cameron Blackwood for more.
A lot of momentum shifts in this match all the way till the very end. But we'd like to know, did the sun or shadows play any factor in the slower start you had going into this game?
Oh, I couldn't see anything in the beginning, so I think it was a good timeout. And then I just tried to stay below the lights. I don't know if you noticed, I got super low to the ground. And I knew I just had to weather it. The sun was going down, so it's just a matter of time before the conditions get better. So let's go.
You guys targeted Jorja relentlessly on that left-hand side. What were you looking to create?
Yeah, we were trying to create a little bit more opportunities for us to attack first. We had to play aggressive. They're a really good team. They came out really strong. 6-1, they were up 6-1. We just had to, slow it down and create opportunities for us to be aggressive first.
Did just that. Mad Drops go up 1-0. We're heading into men's double right after this. Don't go anywhere.
Match point. It's all up to me. Nothing can get in my way. And when they ask, what are you gonna do next? I'll say, I'm going.
go to Margaritaville too. Visit MargaritavilleResorts.com.
Oh my good Lord, what a feeling. All of this joy I've been stealing. We all need someone that can make us believe. So call me a man on a mission. I'm guilty by my own admission. Locked up but I break free. No change could ever take me. Can't stop, won't stop, don't stop now.
Dulce Vida. You are what you drink.
Introducing Skechers Pickleball, the official footwear of Major League Pickleball. They're ultra lightweight and responsive for incredible speed. They have Goodyear rubber outsoles with a specialized pickleball design for increased side-to-side stability and agility. Plus, they feature shock-absorbing foam and Skechers' famous relaxed fit design for incredible comfort game after game. Conquer the court in comfort. Skechers Pickleball, the official footwear of Major League Pickleball.
Somebody talking to us? Hello? Hello, everybody. I will answer my own. Hello. We are on championship court, and moments away from the men's doubles matchup between the Florida Smash and the LA Drops. Before we get to this matchup, time to feature our Aura Athlete of the Day, which was, guess who? One of your faves of the day, Hayden Patriquin, in all of his swaggy, helping his team get to the victory over the New York Hustlers. A huge win for them. It was as exciting as one would expect here on championship court. He was outstanding at him.
He was, and I certainly wasn't hard on him previously, but I kind of mentioned at MLP Mesa. Yes, MLP Mesa, he didn't play his best, and man, he responded nicely.
Goes to the LA Mad Drops, the defending champs from MLP Mesa. That was Julian Andiamo Arnold and his new partner, Hunter Johnson. If you're new, just joining us, there's a big injury. Thomas Wilson out. So good with his backhand roll.
Oh, very good. And obviously Hunter Johnson playing with his brother Yates Johnson in men's doubles quite often. They do switch around a little bit, but Hunter is more comfortable on the left. So we'll see how that plays out with him on the right side here. Phenomenal counter from Arnold, but you see the Florida Smash in perfect alignment after the initial speed up of Collin Johns. Him sitting heavy backhand and Travis Rettenmaier plugging the middle with his forehand. Not a lot of spots to go for Julian Arnold, even though he ripped it. Just too good from Julian, but I would lean towards that being Travis Rettenmaier's ball with the forehand because it was practically completely neutral right down the middle. That's got to be the left side.
3-1.
John taking speed up and talking strategy with Rettenmaier.
And emphatic strategy, moving the hands. I don't know if he's mentioning I'm going to continue to do that a lot, but they were definitely chatting about something.
The clear target, Hunter Johnson, who takes care of business that time.
Yeah, very nice. Just to touch on Julian again. Man, he really can speed the ball up.
4-2.
So hard to read when you never know where it's coming from.
Side out, point 3.
Well, it wasn't a squeak, but
that was a squeal.
It was
that was the
something.
squeal.
That was a squeal.
That was the squeal. He had the
That was
squeaks
a
earlier.
squeal. The squeaks.
3-4.
Give that to him. Oh, Arnold paints the
Side out, point
sideline.
5.
It sounded a little funky, so I think he might have mishit it. But
a beautiful miss hit.
Yeah,
a beautiful thing of beauty.
Some of my best shots.
Point.
A rare miss for Collin Johns.
That's sometimes, you know, that's just a solid commentator comment. Man, it really holds true when Collin Johns misses it, because that is truly rare.
Side out, point 4.
Goes long that time, so Florida Smash within 2.
4-6.
His slack finish.
Definitely, and Travis Rettenmaier, he is similar to what I was talking about with Rafa Hewitt earlier. He will mix in drops and drives at all varieties of the midcourt and the back of the court.
And Ernie there for Hunter Johnson.
That was a left-handed forehand Ernie from the right side. Ridiculous shot from Hunter Johnson, and body control to put pace on the left-handed forehand while still in the air. Wow.
High degree of difficulty switching the hands.
Push up.
Fault was called on the smash.
I mean, he's a gosh darn right side specialist. He's throwing up cross court lobs. He's earning
A very nice handful of points recently from Hunter Johnson. Beautiful play.
Johns blows up Arnold's.
Side out, point 5.
Why was that the right time? I know it was a couple points ago. Why was it the right time for Johnson to lob?
Well, it's a lot more of a right side play, in my opinion. And also easier on the forehand side for me and for most players.
Hunter Johnson can do it all.
Great shot, and also you lob from right side player to the back corner. That is the other right side player's backhand. And when you lob to the left side, you have the left side player's forehand in the middle. Very hard to avoid that.
The backhand finish down the line, and the LA Mad Drops running away.
Oh man, that's really good stuff from Hunter and Julian. Julian made a couple errors, and that's really the only points that Florida's been able to put on the board. So Hunter Johnson clipping the tape with that last counter, but he was swinging as Collin Johns was hitting the ball, so he was in a great position either way. Really nice stuff from the drops, and Hunter Johnson, he's got the Wilson jersey on, and there's not much of a difference between the two right now.
Why was he the right choice for who the Mad Drops could have selected from all the challenger players available?
Right.
What made him the correct?
I would say it's his ability in all three events. He is a, in my opinion, a clear-cut top 5 singles player. He has really improved his mixed doubles game, and showing right now that the men's game is coming along as well. So I think that there might have been an option close to Hunter, but it could have been more of a double specialist or single specialist. Hunter has the whole package.
We know how important those dream breakers are. Arnold will take the serve back to Rettenmaier on the end change.
He checked. He went for it, and I don't blame him with that kind of lead and his movement and ability with that forehand, but definitely overcooking that ball well out.
Rettenmaier finds the opening. Hunter Johnson pulled to the sideline, caused an opening.
Right, out of position, and often, I mean, he hit it very hard, but often when you hit it very hard and you're out of position, it comes back just as quick.
Here come the flow to smash.
Great spot from Collin John to the right hip. Arnold was looking for a forehand all the way on that counterattack, and Collin Johns pretzeled him up.
Johnson serving to Johns. Oh, tough miss between the legs of Johns. What happened?
Yes, it was the classic left side jab step. They make a jab step. The middle is mostly his responsibility, and so Collin just kind of freezes, expecting Rettenmaier to get that ball, and he can't quite reach it, putting himself in a very tough spot.
Oh, Julian Arnold slides on the ground to try and get that drip off the net.
And it wasn't, he was there, but the ball had crazy spin on it. So it landed and kind of shot to the left. Julian had his legs underneath him in a good position to get that ball, and it just took off from him.
Julian Arnold putting all the pressure on Collin Johns. Arnold, a former prolific tennis player out of UCLA. Oh, Johnson goes line.
In his hand.
And almost eats his hand.
Yes, he was not thrilled with that because he knew he was in a great spot and saw it well. Sometimes you get a little out in front on those counterattacks, and that's what happened there.
Hunter Johnson asking if it went off the shirt of Rettenmaier.
Yeah, just double
denying.
Yeah, double checking with his bench. Hard to see at the moment, and they gave him no reaction. Same point, we had a kind of fadeaway speed up from Julian Arnold up the middle, and then the exact same shot from Travis Rettenmaier. Both of them very capable with that ball, but Travis Rettenmaier getting the last laugh. Must have a little blood on the knee. Oh, he's Rob Cassidy. Oh, we got the trainer in here.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, so I saw him drag his knee when he tried to get that let cord, so I was thinking it might bleed, and sure enough, it is. He just needs Rob Cassidy. Rob Cassidy has his own first aid kit ready to go in his bag at all moments. So
we just saw Rob up here a moment ago.
Yeah,
Where are you at, Rob?
Rob is, well, we'll just label Rob Cassidy everywhere and nowhere, because that man, you don't see him all day. He just pops up and he's right there behind you.
Everywhere and nowhere.
That man is all over the place. But certainly a fan favorite and player favorite on tour, as well as Julian Arnold.
What makes Julian Arnold a fun player to play with? If you're Hunter Johnson, you get this opportunity to play with him. Usually you're playing with your brother. Why is Julian Arnold a good teammate from your playing perspective?
Well, the Johnsons will certainly get fired up sometimes, but they're a little more even keel. But I talk about this. When you have an energetic partner, it makes you question how much effort you're putting out. When you see Julian jumping everywhere, skinning his knee, going crazy on Diamo, it raises your level to compete or be there with him. So I think that that's very important. And Julian Arnold also he's a teddy bear off the court. He's a really sweet guy, and he has that. I like it when they can balance the intensity on court and then be that guy off court.
By the way, speaking of the medical staff here in Daytona Beach, want to give a shout out to Dr. C, who's taking care of many of the players and myself in a pinch. Had a couple of ribs out of place. She helped me out, and I have a room designated here for the athletes to take care of their bodies. Just another way that Major League Pickleball is distinguishing themselves amongst the rest. Hannah Johns in the house amongst some of the other.
Becky Ryan, she's eating Cool Ranch Doritos. Those are my favorite. I'm jealous. Okay.
Tell her to bring some up here. We need snacks. Becky, come back. All right, play continuing here on Championship Court. The knee is bandaged up. No serious damage to Julian Arnold. It's a serious Band-Aid, though.
Yeah, really.
Steve Kuhn in the house, the founder and visionary of Major League Pickleball, and he told me yesterday he's got even more projects in the works, which means that Major League Pickleball continues to explode and go to the moon, as they say.
The sport, he loves the players, and we love him.
Well said. The shot from Julian Arnold right at the feet of Collin Johns.
50-13.
Arnold will follow that up with the serve to Rettenmaier.
Nice hands from Travis Rettenmaier, holding the kitchen line and punishing two counterattacks. Well played from Travis.
Couple of UCLA tennis grads on the court.
Yeah!
Slap there.
Yeah, that one's not coming back, and it's certainly
60-14.
Repaying the favor, stepping to his right after a floating third shot drop. Can't let him get away with that, and Travis does not let them get away with it.
Johns is frustrated. Said it was so bad. That one.
Some of the reactions from Collin are pretty priceless.
Shuffles to cover the middle so fast.
He's great with the movement, and that is a small issue I have with the Rettenmaier game. He's still going with that slice tennis volley. I would like to see him go with the swinging topspin volley. Mainly the backhand, but I do believe it's on both. Certain times it's okay, but I would really like to see him swing through a majority of the time.
Side out, point 16.
Johnson for the lefty again on the Ernie.
Well, obviously the first one wasn't a fluke. I know he couldn't keep his feet out of the kitchen, but it must be a shot that he practices and uses a lot.
Arnold slapping that one home and following it up with an andiamo. We were waiting for it. The Mad Drops with game point on their side.
As that ball was floating about to go out, Julian Arnold was churning up his andiamo.
Look at that cute little dog. We love dogs here at Major League Pickleball. Pickleball is for everyone, and dogs. Frustrated Travis Rettenmaier, the entire team screaming andiamo, so the LA Mad Drops go up 2-0. What did you see on their side with the new addition, Hunter Johnson?
I was very impressed with Hunter Johnson's right side play. No crazy decisions, not any loose errors, and a couple spectacular Ernie attempts, one successful. So awesome job with the counterattacks on the right side. I told you that he mixes and matches with his brother a little bit, but I would think of him more as the left side player. He very much proved me wrong right there. Let's learn a little bit more how Hunter Johnson is settling in with his new team as we check in with the third member of our crew, top 50 female pro, Cameron Blackwood.
Julian, used to think you're playing with Thomas this weekend. You play with him on the PPA Tour, having now to adjust to Hunter. How's that adjustment been, and how long have you guys actually had time on court before stepping out today?
Not a lot of time on court, but Hunter's a great competitor, great player, good buddy of mine, so the transition's been seamless. He's ready to speed balls up, counter, drive, everything that I'm looking to do. So we're just out here having some fun.
And Hunter, you are wearing the Wilson jersey here. You are known as the triplets among everyone with your brother Yates as well. But how have you transitioned just mentally going from the Atlanta Bouncers now on Team Mad Drops?
Yeah, it was a tough day yesterday in the Challengers, and it's too bad Thomas's wrist was hurt. But he told me he couldn't have thought of a better person to fill him in, and he's the third triplet, so I'm just trying to make him proud.
He's nervous. You're doing just that. Mad Drops go up 2-0. We're heading into our mixed doubles next. Don't go anywhere.
It's hard to find supplements that work. No, thank you. You need supplements that are backed by science with natural and plant-based ingredients and that are third-party tested. Because cleaner is better. Like Ora Organic. Plant-based supplements made from the Earth's most powerful plants for your immune health, gut health, workouts, and more. Find out more at oraorganic.com.
Match point, it's all up to me. Nothing can get in my way. And when they ask, what are you gonna do next? I'll say, I'm going.
We're going to Margaritaville!
You can go to Margaritaville too. Visit MargaritavilleResorts.com.
I'm a natural born hustler. Just like my mama said, hard times and that good natural born hustler. When the world wants you to sing or swim, I ain't gonna do that.
Michelob Ultra, 2.6 carbs and 95 calories.
We're back on championship court. Time for our first mixed doubles matchup of this series between the Florida Smash and LA Mad Drops, the defending champs from Mesa. Florida Smash, the fourth place team from Mesa. Rematch here from the semifinals in Mesa. And the Florida Smash were the home team. So LA Mad Drops put their duo out first, which was Catherine Parenteau and Julian Arnold, to which the Florida Smash countered with who they have the most faith in, obviously, Jorja Johnson and Travis Rettenmaier. Your thoughts on Florida Smash putting these two players out first?
That definitely makes sense to me, as the Arnold and Parenteau, the clear #1 squad for the Mad Drops. And if the Florida Smash don't win this match, that's it. They're down 2-0. So it makes sense for the Drops to throw out their one team, and it makes sense for the Florida Smash to counter with their one team as well.
To me, it seems like the Florida Smash have a 1A and 1B situation too, though. And we saw the first match for them today, where they put out Travis and Jorja first, and Jessie and Collin were the only team to win their mixed doubles.
Right, and it was like the fives. I say that was 1A, 1B too. When you have Ignatowicz and Jansen, and then Patrick Quinn and Annalise. So I think some of these teams do have clear-cut 1 and 2, and some don't. So that's a great point by you, Michelle.
First server will be Jorja Johnson to Catherine Parenteau. Oh, Julian Arnold all over that pop-up.
First point, Rettenmaier taking one in the rump.
The rump.
The rump. Right on the right cheek.
Right on the rump. That's a very appropriate way to say that.
Say what? You might as well take it with a chance. You know, he just stuck it out there, just took it, walked back to the baseline. Next point.
I deserve this. That serve is long. This is the Florida Smash's only chance to come back in this match. They must win this mixed doubles game to have a chance to beat the Mad Drops. Rettenmaier so good with that forehand finish to the corner.
Yeah, it was really nice, especially on the initial ball. Okay speed up from Catherine Parenteau, but Travis Rettenmaier making her pay for sure.
Oh, patient dink battle, and Jorja Johnson tests Julian Arnold. What did you make of that decision?
Great counterattack from Julian, but I like this pattern for the drops. I think Catherine Parenteau should just grind with Jorja and trust the elite hands of her partner Julian Arnold in front of Jorja.
That time, Parenteau, the attacker, on the point. Florida Smash seems frustrated.
Yeah, occasionally you just hit a head-high dink, and that's what Travis Rettenmaier did right there. And yes, I think the vibe is mostly frustration.
Not the point of the obvious, but it's just the vibe. Parenteau and Arnold with a 3-point lead. Still early, though, for the Smash. Parenteau slaps that one home past Travis Rettenmaier. Parenteau, a former top 5 tennis player in her age group in Canada, Montreal, Canada native.
6-2.
Played Division I tennis at University of Arkansas and Michigan State.
Side out, point 3.
It's really crazy that at the beginning of this sport, 7 or 8 years ago, Catherine Parenteau, Corinne Carr, Simone Jargin, and Joey Farias all lived in the same spot.
I mentioned Simone Jargin. That was Catherine Parenteau's Michigan State tennis coach, who influenced Parenteau's pickleball career and decision to go pro herself.
Really nice job by the Florida Smash, as we mentioned, the frustrated vibe at 6-2, and then they rattled off 3 points in a row to close the gap to 1.
Arnold blasts that one out of pounds.
Yeah, just dropped slightly lower than he thought. He thought he was going to be able to hit down on it, and ended up kind of lower around his rib cage. So tough break from Arnold after a couple good digs from Rettenmaier.
Side out point 7.
So, closer game than the beginning indicated.
7-6.
Arnold's back to serve to Rettenmaier. Rettenmaier, back to serve, the player owner of this Florida Smash team, a former tennis pro. Flexing after punching this one.
Yeah, very nice job from Travis Rettenmaier. Kind of imposing his will, straddling the center line, making sure there's no way that ball is going to be out of his reach in that firefight.
For the Smash, take their first 2-point lead of the game.
Side out point 8.
Very nice run. So different vibe on court.
8-9.
A little more pep in the step.
Oh, tough bounce.
Yeah. Oh, I think it caught her in the chin, but she's okay. Good thing it's a wiffle ball. Yeah, she's rubbing the side of her face.
9-9.
Doesn't feel good though.
It stings a bit. It does. I mean, you could be, no matter what it is, it could be a foam ball. If you get hit in the face, it's going to rattle you a little bit, you know? So no one wants to get hit with anything, even if it is a wiffle ball.
Putting the team on his shoulders. The first team to 11. So we will have an end change.
Yeah.
And what's not working right now? Well, I guess what is Florida doing to make things a little bit more difficult for Catherine Parenteau and Julian Arnold?
Rettenmaier is playing big, and that's really been the difference. And not missing those cross-court dinks from Jorja Johnson to extend the point and allow Travis to get in there and make something happen offensively, or from a poor decision from the mad drop. So I would look for the mad drops to get to the kitchen line and to get into the cross-court pattern with one of the best dinkers in the game, Catherine Parenteau, across from Jorja Johnson. And I think that is the pattern that's going to keep them most successful. Let's see if they listen to me or go a different route.
And what changed for the Florida Smash? Like, what would you identify as the turning point with
I think
the frustrated play and then not frustrated? Is it Travis still is your X factor there?
Big X factor, but just heels and toes.
Yeah.
Heels early on, much more on the toes the second half of that before the end switch. So
being the aggressor.
Yes.
Foot fault that we all have seen many times this tournament.
Great athletic play.
Hate when those happen as a
against the
player.
rules.
Just tough to be aware of your feet in that instance. Jorja Johnson comes up big with her backhand.
Yeah, very nice shot from Jorja. slight overextension from Julian Arnold coming all the way over and getting out of position. Like I said, when you hit it hard, when you're out of position, it comes back quickly. Yeah, so I don't think there's much difference between the ladies. They've maybe, you could label them just solid, playing a solid game, not poor, not great, but that's the difference in this match. Early on, Arnold, and second half of the match so far, it's been more Rettenmaier.
Yikes, not the one you want to put into Rettenmaier. Better choice on that for Parenteau might have been, what?
Well, unfortunately for her, Julian couldn't get that ball, so she kind of jabbed at it at the last second, so it wasn't her best effort. And a little bit had to do with the confusion about Arnold possibly taking that shot. So I won't blame her for that one, but it certainly did sail high.
11-14.
That's a huge point.
I mean, that was spectacular. She has one of the better missed directs out on tour when she's playing the right side on the forehand.
Smart choice, Travis Rettenmaier to throw in the lob over Parenteau.
Did not see that coming.
Nobody did.
I wouldn't say Travis is necessarily known for being a touch player, but man, he showed off some nice feel on that lob.
Johnson fends off the attack. And look how close that call was just a moment ago. Not that point, but the point before it. Goes to the run of the smash, now trailing by 3.
That's right. Is it rebuttal time for the drops, or is Smash going to hold on here? Going to be a great last couple minutes of this one. Great two-handed backhand down at the left foot of Julian Arnold, late getting down low. Perfect spot from Jorja. 4-point lead for the Smash.
Florida Smash, 3 points away from staying alive in this series. Jorja Johnson, just 16 years old. Such an impressive player on the tour. Such fast hands. In the Florida Smash, early in this game, you might have counted them out. And here they are.
And here they are.
3 points away.
And you're right about Jorja Johnson. I always love to talk about how big of a disaster I was as a teenager. So all these kids, CJ Klinger, you know, there's plenty of them out here. Jorja Johnson, Gabe Tardio, they're really good kids. They seem to have good heads on their shoulders, and they really control their emotions, which isn't easy to do at that young age.
Mad Drops not only have the advisory committee of Irina Tereschenko and Hunter Johnson, but also Thomas Wilson, as you mentioned.
Mm-hmm.
Not a whole lot of chatter in that huddle, though.
I mean, look at the squad. I mean, they have Catherine Parenteau's partner, Athena Trujillo. You have Julian Arnold's special friend, Lauren Stratman. You also have Yates Johnson, Hunter's brother, over there. They got a whole entourage of high-end players.
I think it's funny that you say special friend. Holding court.
Yeah, I still like it. I still think that's the pattern, even though Jorja Johnson had a nice speed up cleanup there on Julian.
Julian Arnold just misses the top of the tape. So guess what? Florida Smash. Game point.
I just love it that most players fist pump, Travis Rettenmaier flexes.
He does. You're right. The flex pump. Julian Arnold still not going away.
So much pace.
How does he do that?
Yeah, it's a great question. Is
it wrist power?
It's wrist power and a combination of God-given ability and technique.
God-given talent. Arnold and Parenteau knocking at the doorstep. Now down by 5.
MLP creep. One team
MLP creep.
It gets to
We've
20.
seen this too many times before. Never count a team out at any point. Oh, Arnold imposed all of his will.
And a stare down towards Travis Rettenmaier, and then the Florida Smash bench. A little 2-for-1 combo. Why stare down one person? You can stare down the whole team, Michelle.
He just needed to get mad. That's what Julian Arnold needed. One little thing to set him off. Especially coming into that transition zone. Those are really hard shots to hit, and she made it look easy.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, you don't have a lot of time back in that transition zone, but you have more time than you think, and you saw Catherine Parenteau there taking her time, hitting 2, 3, 4 drops before getting forward, and then catching Travis Rettenmaier with a nice inside-out forehand.
Especially with the pace that Travis hits with. That's a tough reset.
Heavy ball from him, nice pickups from him.
So, game point returns to the Florida Smash, who are frozen on 20, traditional scoring on their side.
2017.
Oh, Arnold refused to let them finish this game. So the LA Mad Drop's still alive. This is Drew Brees' team.
18-20.
And Zubin Mehta, who you see in the background, are the part owners. Julian Arnold, make your presence known on championship court, why don't you?
Oh, putting the finger to the ear. He can't hear everyone. He wants the energy. He wants the noise.
And so, what?
I'm laughing because Lauren Stratman's just shaking her head on the sidelines after all the Julian Arnold's antics.
So funny.
Oh, it's awesome.
So the Mad Drops crawl within 1. I see a dancing Yates Johnson on the sideline as well.
It was a great shimmy. It was a nice shoulder waggle
He's got a lot of mobility.
Yeah.
He must have just got a chiropractic adjustment in the back. He's got upper rib mobility.
Yeah, so you were exaggerating about how you had 2 ribs out of place, or did you?
No, I heard about 3 cracks.
Yeah, you heard 3 cracks. Okay.
So it looks like Yates and I got the same adjustment. So Hunter Johnson supporting his new team. That has to be fun, starting in the Challenger League, and then you get the invite up to the Premier level with a chance to win $100,000.
Yeah, just
in the championships, like casual. But Julian Arnold, the story so far for the Mad Drops, looking to tie it up on championship court. Oh boy. Yeah. Travis Rettenmaier is going to put away 10 out of 10 times. So, game point returning to the side of the Florida Smash. Everything on the line. Jorja Johnson to Parenteau.
2019.
Florida Smash are still alive. We were playing 4 games either way, but now the Florida Smash with a chance finish a fifth with a dream breaker. What impressed you the most on the side of Jorja Johnson and Travis Rettenmaier?
Just weathering the energy barrage of the Mad Drop, specifically. Specifically Julian Arnold, and I like it too on that last point. Jorja Johnson went for the drive, and Travis Rettenmaier, he didn't even care if he got burned behind him. He just beelined to the middle of the court. Parenteau saw an opening behind him but couldn't hit it, so very nice job by the smash. And let's send it down to Cameron Blackwood to see what they have to say about that big victory.
Travis, a must win for you guys to stay in this match here. A little bit of a slower start in that mix, but then you got big. What adjustments did you have to make sure you took this game?
I mean, I've been terrible since the day started, so I was just not going to go down that bad. And I was like, if I'm going to lose, I'm at least going to start moving my feet, try to make something happen. And in the process, I think I missed like 3 or 4 in a row. And I was just like, F that, I'm going to keep it going, and I'll keep getting big. And obviously, Jorja's my favorite partner. She's my favorite player, for those of you who don't know. So it's a privilege to play with her. Always stoked to be on the team with her, and yeah, super fun.
And Jorja, you saw the majority of the balls in women's doubles, and we know we get targeted in mixed as well. What's going through your head when you know that you're the target and you have to keep that ball in?
Well, I'm just trying to create opportunities for my partner Travis here to get involved and keep us in the point, keep us in the match, and just looking forward to cheering on my teammates here.
Smash, take the first mix. We're going to come back right with the second mix. Don't go anywhere.
Oh my good Lord, what a feeling. All of this joy I've been stealing. We all need someone that can make us believe. So call me a man on a mission. I'm guilty by my own admission. Locked up but I'll break free. No change could ever take me. Can't stop, won't stop, don't stop now.
The Pro XR pickleball paddle answers the age-old question of how to get paddle speed and control with the same paddle and one grip, and this is it. Pro XR gives you more spin, greater control, and quicker reloads on every shot in the game, because you always have that constant feel for that leverage and control and paddle speed that we're all looking for. Pro XR is the most revolutionary technology in pickleball.
Dulce Vida, you are what you drink.
Introducing Skechers Pickleball, the official footwear of Major League Pickleball. They're ultra lightweight and responsive for incredible speed. They have Goodyear rubber outsoles with a specialized pickleball design for increased side-to-side stability and agility. Plus, they feature shock-absorbing foam and Skechers' famous relaxed fit design for incredible comfort game after game. Conquer the court in comfort. Skechers Pickleball, the official footwear of Major League Pickleball.
We're back on championship court. It is time for our 4th mixed doubles matchup between the Florida Smash and LA Mad Drops. And this is very interesting. Travis Rettenmaier and Jorja Johnson pressing the issue here. The LA Mad Drops started out pretty hot, and Julian Arnold and Catherine Parenteau don't lose often together, at least in MLP Mesa they didn't. And they dropped that game, so now it comes down to this. If the Florida Smash and the green win it, we will go to a 5th tiebreaker, dream breaker format in singles. If the team in white, the LA Mad Drops, win this game, we will conclude this game. Jessie Irvine on the serve.
Reasonable drive from Jessie Irvine to start things off, and my man of the moment, Collin Johns, I think a lot of the deciding will be the deciding factor in this match, Collin Johnson. Sorry, I had to finish my thought there.
Yeah.
We talked about him obviously rarely being on the left, but I know he's capable over there. I've seen him play over there in exhibition events and tournament play. So if he plays at even a above average level, I think the Smash have a fantastic shot at pushing this to a dream breaker.
Collin John's the oldest of 7 siblings. 6 siblings, sorry. 7 kids.
Yeah, there's a lot of them.
There's a lot of Johns.
I think
they all love pickleball.
Yeah, I think I've met all but one. But yes, there is a lot of Johns.
A lot of Johns. Jessie Irvine with a beautiful swipe to the sideline.
And I like it. Hunter Johnson just goes, oh.
That was good.
She got me. She got me.
3-1. Side out point 2.
Okay with it. Maybe could have had his feet underneath him a little bit more with more balance as he was stepping forward, but I like the aggression overall, especially with Tereschenko transitioning forward.
Point.
Nice shot from Irina, who I would say is one of the better female poachers out there. Really uses that 5'10" frame nicely and covers a lot of court up at the kitchen line after a great drive from her partner.
Getting the crowd on their feet with that Ernie.
Yeah, nice job. We saw that earlier today too. So just hops from the right over to the left and just can still execute Ernie's to perfection.
Collin Johns again coming to life, your X factor in this matchup.
Tough break for Hunter Johnson as Jessie Irvine did not hit that ball with the usual pace that she does. He's out in front of that counterattack, and often when that happens, it goes down into the
Point 4.
Tereschenko with the service.
Swagger out there, CJ. Let's go.
7-4.
You gotta love it. Right after the speaker wag, the very next ball she rips at him and gets it through up the middle. So maybe
Irina Tereschenko.
Possibly a premature wag from Collin.
Just barely misses.
Jan Ernie downy soft this shot. That dink was downy soft. Great placement and pace from Jessie Irvine on that ball. Kind of baiting Hunter Johnson, floating up there thinking he could get it. Unfortunately, he could not.
8-5.
Counter punch from Hunter Johnson.
With a two-handed forehand.
How's it going?
I think I saw that correctly with the two-handed forehand. A little perspiration, went and grabbed the towel on the other side of the court. Either way, one-handed, two-handed. It was an amazing counter from Hunter and a nice patient point from all 4 players.
Now drops trailing by 2.
Point 9.
This is for Tereschenko. Not like her to be missing some of the shots.
Yeah, that was not as routine as it gets, but this happens to the best of us, and you see it throughout the day.
Tereschenko
You should take a timeout.
takes
That's a cheek shot, yeah. Sometimes when you slap that ball down like Collin did, it catches some backspin and kind of almost rises right up into the cheek of Tereschenko. She's a gamer, though. No timeout for her.
And you would take a timeout because...
Well, you could see it not from the physical pain. We talked about getting hit in the face, and you could see she muttered something. She was not thrilled about what happened, whether that was where Collin hit it or that she couldn't get out of the way. So you get smacked in the face like that. Maybe take a timeout and regroup.
Timeout, point 11, timeout, 1 minute.
This match, 14-11, and if they continue on this trajectory, we will have a dream breaker on championship court. But for now, an end change. And obviously, not having Thomas Wilson in this mixed doubles partnership changes the dynamic. What are the Mad Drops missing? Not keeping Hunter out of it, but what are they missing without Thomas Wilson that made them so strong in Mesa?
Well, I think a lot of it is the familiarity. They practiced leading up to that event. They played. They didn't get into a couple early matches because they were so dominant with 3-0 leads. We have the rule change now, so we're playing all 4. But I think that's mainly what it is. I would say at this moment, Thomas is a slightly better player than Hunter Johnson, but I don't think the level of play really is as much of an issue as the lack of court time that Johnson and Tereschenko have had and some of their rapport knowing where the other player is going to be.
The Mad Drops, because of their championship in Mesa, have 16 event points, leading the entire Premier level.
11-7.
We'll see how the numbers shake out after Daytona Beach. Johnson coming to life, and they need him to step up to have a chance in this one.
Yeah, great two-shot combo from Hunter. And Collin Johns with the lefty scoop to dig the first one. Nice job by him, but Hunter Johnson staying focused and finishing.
Some momentum after the end change.
Yeah, a couple nice dings from Irina. And not a terrible decision, in my opinion, from Jessie. Just clipped the tape, trying to go behind Hunter Johnson. Couple of those forehands in the women's match, even though she had great defense and great hands. But if she continues to leave those a little bit up, I think the smash will be in a good situation.
No, what happened here?
Yeah, that's a total miscommunication. I'm not sure if anyone said anything, but obviously Collin Johns making a move to that, and Jessie Irvine pulling back on that ball. Unfortunately, right between the two.
Is that Collin's ball?
11-11.
Or just it needs to be communicated situation?
I would say the latter. There is a sliver of court where it is perfect perfectly between them. So occasionally, often there is a mistake and it was someone's ball, but sometimes it just works out that the ball is in the perfect spot from the opponent.
Tereschenko punching that one through. An adjunct lecturer at the School of Professional Advancement at Tulane as a research assistant.
I just sat there, grabbed some popcorn, just listened to her teach. It was great.
I would love to be a fly on the wall for that one. Research assistant at the Center for Leadership in Athletics. University of Washington. Starts the pace. Irina Tereschenko finishes it off.
Everyone, very well played. Good patience. No one making poor decisions out there. And a great counter attack and a big two-handed backhand rip from Tereschenko to finish off that point.
Tereschenko goes in favor of the Florida smash.
I'm not sure what happened there. It looked like Irina stepped more towards the middle, and that ball went to the side foot and missed it fairly badly into the middle of the net.
Speed up chance for Hunter Johnson. Jessie Irvine gets out of the way.
Nice initial counter from Jessie Irvine. We haven't seen Tereschenko pull a trigger on that specific ball, and Jessie Irvine very ready for it. We've not seen it yet in this mixed doubles match.
Of the game, especially on the female side. So consistent, but the Mad Drops pull within one on that one.
Really nice forehand from Jessie Irvine going back behind Hunter Johnson.
Johnson goes into the net again. Florida smash on top by 3.
Not sure that was the best attack, as Hunter Johnson had a big look at the two-hander, but the pace was a little different than usual, and it threw off his rhythm just enough.
Jessie Irvine pulling the Travis Rettenmaier fist bump flex.
Definitely, you could see the Malt pedaling throughout that point after a slight pop-up on the pressure from the smash too much. 4-point lead for him in the 8 stages of mixed doubles match number 2.
Timeout is called on the floor. 4-point lead for the Florida Smash. What are we discussing if you're advising the side of the LA Mad Drops?
Well, you can see Athena Trujillo having some words with Irina right now. I'm trying to read her hand motions and kind of see what they're talking about a little bit. Oh, Lauren Stratman getting up and talking to her now as well. And you said some nice fun facts about Irina Tereschenko, and I think she has a light personality, kind of a friendly personality, but she's sharp.
Oh, yeah.
She's very sharp.
She is.
She has a
So smart.
Yeah, she has a nice pickleball IQ, and she's
and life IQ.
Yes, and a quick wit. So I think if there is something she can change or adjust, she's one of the players most likely to do so in the moment, Michelle.
Time in. 18-14.
Teacher in college. Hunter Johnson speeds it up at Collin. The ball might have been sailing out, but
Well disguised and just hasn't happened yet this match. We talked about it earlier. Oh goodness, J.W. Johnson on that is always a treat for everyone.
cheering on his little sister, Jorja Johnson. Successful.
Yeah, tough break as he was on those backhand counters on the right side of men's doubles. A few of those getting away from him on the left side.
Drops hanging on for dear life here in this fourth game.
16-19.
First one, he had the element of surprise. That one he definitely didn't. Collin was ready for it, and I think they were probably going to land in similar positions, but Collin couldn't pull his paddle back down in the first one because he wasn't expecting it. You got to keep that one in the back pocket and go for a more consistent shot, in my opinion.
Johnson, more precise that time. And the Florida Smash are frozen on 20, meaning they have to earn points now on their serve.
17 points.
Scoring. Tereschenko and Johnson still rally. Flick of the wrist.
Exactly right. And as Irina wound up, you could almost see Jessie Irvine's eyes get big. She was like, please take that one at me. And Irina does, and Jessie knows right what to do with it. Oh, we had bug problems up here in the commentator booth, and I think we got the same thing down on the court, Michelle. Escorting something off the court.
Bugs are large here in Florida. Just wide. Florida Smash with a chance to push a green breaker. So the point and serve returns to the mat drops. Tereschenko.
Everybody's frozen.
Everybody's frozen. We're all frozen.
Different situations as players loading up for counterattacks, and then the attack coming at a slightly different pace. And when you get in front and you don't time it well, and you take the big swing that a lot of these players do, you're going to be in trouble.
Oh, Tereschenko all day down the line with a powerful forehand.
Way to come in hot, Irina. If she would have hesitated for half a second, that opportunity would not have been there. Nice job stepping forward. Nothing Collin can do in that particular situation.
Created the opportunity, and she'll take the serve now. Tie game. Ooh, Collin runs all over that shot down the middle.
Yeah, tough break as the slice from Tereschenko carried a little too far. allowing Collin Johns to take that ball out of the air with the forehand.
Back to traditional scoring on both sides. Irvine can't believe she just missed that shot that she never misses.
Yeah, I'm not sure if maybe she was thinking Hunter Johnson was going to make a move, so that was a good time to put it behind him. But either way, she catches the tape and ball back over to the drops. Michelle.
40-20.
We'll find out. Traditional scoring makes things interesting at the end of these matches. Jessie Irvine turning defense to offense. Single-handedly putting the team on her back.
And getting the crowd fired up. And were those squeaks or squeals?
I think squeals.
Maybe squeals. Either way, she gave it everything she had, including a nice squeal or squeak, whatever it was. Great defense from Jessie. She's bobbing her head. She's feeling the energy from the crowd. Many of our fans on their feet. This is crunch time and what MLP is all about.
21-20.
Was the reason they came back to win this one.
Dinner will have to wait, Michelle. We have a dream breaker, like you said. I know we're hungry, but hey, if I'm gonna not eat, it better be watching high-level pickleball, and that's exactly what's happening right now.
So Florida was the home team, meaning they will now have to react to. No, excuse me. They have to put their order out first.
Correct.
For the singles dream breaker format. So they will reveal who their batting order is as we rotate through 4 points per player.
And we have 4 active singles players on the LA Mad Drops. And we have a couple players who don't always play singles on the Florida Smash. So it's an interesting dynamic. Anything can win in these 4 points at a time. But Jessie Irvine, again, let's send it down to Cameron Blackwood and see what she has to say about that great victory.
Collin, multiple lead changes throughout that match, all the way until the very end. What key shots are you looking to execute in those big moments?
Yeah, Jessie bailed me out there numerous times, so you got to thank her for that. And we just pick her spots to attack. I felt like we picked her spots pretty well overall. I missed a couple, but it happens, and you battle through.
And did it change your strategy at all, knowing that they were a new team you're going to go up against?
No, not at all. I think we had a good strategy going in. You know, sometimes if we lose points, it's not necessarily a bad strategy. It's just poor execution. So I think we had a solid strategy. And, yeah, we dug out some points at the end, and that really kind of helped our momentum and our energy, and happy to get through that one.
And how do you stay calm turning defense into offense so quickly and so aggressively in those moments?
That's a great question. I do not know. I just kind of do what feels right. So, you know, for me, if it's kind of low and I'm stretching, I'll try to hit it soft to give myself time to kind of recover and get back into a solid position. And then once I do that, if it's high enough and I feel good, I'll swing away and see what happens.
We did just that. Got your team into a dream breaker. Smash is taking in dream breaker. Mish, back up to you.
Cameron, thanks so much. An exciting dream breaker about to unfold. Why wouldn't we finish the night with a dream breaker, Adam?
Yes, exactly right. And let's be clear, Collin Johns does not play singles anymore, but he played at a very high level when he first started pickleball. The one real question mark that I have is Jessie Irvine. I actually played her 12 points at a previous MLP, and it's not for a lack of talent, but she did have a previous injury in tennis, and it limits some of her mobility back at the baseline. Less of an issue in doubles with a partner, but when you have to cover the whole court, that could be a problem. I have no doubt that she's been practicing. She loves to put in a lot of court time, so we'll see if she can step up. And as I mentioned, everyone on the mat drops very capable and very, very talented on the singles court. Catherine Parenteau, 2 or 3, and I believe Julian Arnold and Hunter Johnson are both probably around top 6 or 7 in the game. So a lot of firepower on their side. Can the Florida Smash overcome it?
So order-wise, who do you think the Florida Smash will lead with? Well, Cameron Blackwood giving us the order now. Travis Rettenmaier leading the way in singles. Collin Johns, then Jorja Johnson, then Jessie Irvine. Here are their opponents. Travis and Julian Arnold. Collin Johns, Hunter Johnson. Jorja against Catherine Parenteau. And then it's Jessie against Irina Tereschenko.
Yeah, I'm just gonna throw out a number here, and I will say 64% favorites for the Mad Drops. For the Mad Drops, 64% favorites, maybe even a little higher. I don't know. We saw a more lopsided matchup earlier go the other way. So Florida very much in this thing. We're gonna have to decide it on the court. Who's gonna get off to the quick start? Always crucial in these dream breakers. You want to have that cushion as opposed to battling back to tie the game. So these first handful of rotations are going to be very important, and I just saw Collin Johns hit a lefty forehand. He used both hands in tennis when he got to a pretty reasonably high ranking. So he has 2 forehands at his disposal. In his previous pickleball singles, he did use the 2-hander, but I'm wondering, since he warmed up with one on both sides, if he's not looking for this particular dream breaker. We are about to get underway, and we have a lot of energy in the building. These night matches are always electric.
Game 5, time in. 0-0.
First point in favor of Julian. Julian Arnold again, and then I don't know what you call that. A swift?
Ow?
A woo. With a woo.
Either way.
2-0. Side out point 1.
Line, so Travis will take a point.
1-2.
Travis Rettenmaier forcing the issue, tying things up for the first round with 4 points. So call it even.
2-2.
Collin Johns and Hunter Johnson enter the singles portal. Oh, the mobility of Johnson, tough to beat, but Collin Johns always able to find the holes.
I was terrified for Collin when he hit that drop shot. And we had someone yelling in the crowd. I didn't think Hunter was going to get the second or third ball either. So incredible court coverage and athleticism from Hunter. The dink and dunk cat style of singles, so he can rip the ball, but he can play a nice singles kitchen game as well.
Dink and dunk. I like that.
is an art to falling, and that was a pretty smooth barrel roll he just did. But you're exactly right. Collin Johns just putting the ball exactly where he wants to right now. Just too good.
Oh, too easy for Collin Johns. He's so good at finding any hole on the court.
He holds up the 4 fingers. Yes, Collin, that is the maximum amount of points you can win for one round of singles, and you accomplished that. Well played.
Up next on the rotation, Jorja Johnson and Captain Parenteau. Parenteau gets point number 1, and her team needs her to get a couple here on Jorja.
3-6.
Catherine Parenteau gets 2.
Man, Catherine has really stepped up her lateral movement. Not poor passes from Jorja Johnson, but can't get it out of the strike zone of Catherine Parenteau.
Another passing shot for Parenteau, now with a chance to get a sweep of her own. This is the 4th point and final opportunity in this rotation.
But yes, just enough top spin to land right on the white line, and very big to salvage one, as you mentioned.
Up next in the rotation, Jessie Irvine, Irina Tereschenko. And that goes Tereschenko. Jessie Irvine leads the way with the opening point in the rotation.
Told you she's been practicing.
You're right.
8-5.
Big lie. Not on air anyway. Tereschenko takes the break.
Yeah, tough break there as the ball had side spin. In for most of the ball flight. The last second takes a hard right turn and unfortunately wide.
How about that clean winner for Irina Tereschenko?
Yeah, it's a beautiful inside in. Jessie didn't fully guess, but she was very much leaning over to her left side, and Irina Tereschenko puts that ball in a perfect spot.
7-8.
Put away by Irina Tereschenko, who collects 3 out of the 4 points and ties it up for the mat drops and the opening rotation between Julian Arnold and Travis Rettenmaier. The first round was split 2-2. See how this one unfolds.
Here we go. 8-8. Timeout, point 9.
Backhand down the line, no success. Travis takes the first point.
Yeah, Travis definitely would not have been there. It's unfortunate for the smash that ball doesn't come over.
Lob from Arnold.
Yeah, it worked out great, and you don't see it a lot. Mostly if you see it in singles, it's because they're scrambling and they just throw it up with nothing else to do. But that was a calculated topspin lob from Julian Arnold, and it was executed very well.
And a confrontational flex from Julian Arnold. Perhaps mocking Travis Rettenmaier.
Definitely mocking Travis Rettenmaier.
10-9. Timeout, point 10.
Another split for Arnold and Rettenmaier. move on to Hunter Johnson and Collin Johns. Hunter wasn't able to get a single point on Collin Johns in the first rotation. We'll see if he has better luck here in the second.
CJ do it again?
Oh, yes, there it is for Hunter Johnson. Madrox take the lead, the first team to 11. So we will enjoy an end change here. 3 more points in this rotation between Hunter, Johnson, and Collin Johns. This is a crucial rotation for Madrox.
We got just a few more points here at
Execution. You don't have the entirety of a match against the same opponent to figure some things out or really get deep into your strategy. You have to internalize, focus on your game at this moment, and do everything you can to make your best shots possible.
Johnson with a chance
15 seconds.
to at least split the sequence here with Collin Johns.
Time in. 11-10.
Ball 2 of 4. Collin Johns take the point.
Yeah, from that lower position, shorter in the court, if you really go for the rip, it's tough to keep it in. I would have liked to see him go for more of a roll than a full ground stroke.
Oh, Johnson jukes Collin Johns, finds the angle, deceives Johns, doesn't happen often.
12-11.
That's the singles power that got Hunter Johnson selected to his new team.
Exactly right, and a nice decision to go at the body of Collin Johns, who didn't handle it poorly, but Hunter Johnson ready for the next ball.
Up next, Captain Parenteau, Jorja Johnson. Parenteau on the serve. Clean winner, point number 1. Jorja Johnson only came away with 1 in their first rotation.
14-11.
Parenteau earning her way through that one. She has made so many waves in the PPA Tour in terms of singles.
I mean, she's consistently on the medal stand. Recently gave Indy Waters her first defeat in quite a while, so she's a player.
Jorja Johnson with a beauty down the line.
Yeah, and you see Captain Parenteau tapping her paddle, knowing that there's nothing she can do. Your opponents are going to make amazing shots occasionally. That's part of the deal. Regroup, move on to the next one.
Parenteau finds the back corner on the backhand, coming away with 3 of a possible 4 points.
Crazy hand from Jorja to even get that ball that hit the tape.
Seriously. So Irina, Tereschenko, and Jessie Irvine step to the plate for 4 points in their rotation. Madrox inching their way to 21. Wide for Tereschenko. Jessie Irvine will take it. Irina Tereschenko got 3 of the 4 in their first rotation.
13-16.
Those strides from Irina. She covers so much ground with each step. Great court coverage.
Just catches have very strong tennis backgrounds.
Yes, great approach shot to the net from Jessie Irvine. Tereschenko almost got that slice over, but when you were pinned in the corner, Jessie Irvine very much in control of that point, and she earns it.
14-17.
Gave that one everything she had. But Tereschenko takes the bounce, and here come the bad drops. 3 points away from 21. Julian Arnold could end it all right here against Travis Rettenmaier. Do we know anything? We know that Rettenmaier loves pressure. So he'll take the point and the serve on his side. Former tennis pro. Goes big. And not successfully, Julian Arnold takes the point. 2 points away from sealing a match victory. Both teams searching for their first match win of the day. Julian Arnold knocking at the doorstep. This is the last point in their rotation. He could end it all right here. Former champs from MLP Mesa. Julian Arnold. Who else would finish the victory for the LA Mad Drops? What a point, what a finish, what a match. Julian Arnold Andiamoing his way to his first victory on the day. So the Mad Drops improved to 1-1. What did you learn about the Mad Drops in this rendition of MLP Daytona Beach?
Well, I'll tell you right now, I'm impressed with you making andiamo a verb.
Thank you.
Andiamoing. That's
Thank
an action.
you.
That's an action.
Thank
I really
you.
like that. That's I like adding words to my vocabulary, and that's a great one. So, yes, it was very high-level match. We knew it was going to be tight with the quality of players on court, and it certainly was. It lived up to the billing, and while I am happy to be done for the day, Michelle, I am very happy to have witnessed such a quality match.
Not
and he's
supposed to say that on air.
More mocking there of the Travis Rettenmaier flex from Julian Arnold walking around. So
he's flexing, he's andiamoing, he is with our Cameron Blackwood.
You guys, it was a must-win for either teams right now. Going to the Dream Breaker, how confident were you in this lineup, knowing that you guys have a better singles lineup?
No, for sure, we're super confident. We just said, let's just play straight up. It's all about energy. We have a great singles game. Let's just go for it, and then it worked out for us.
And you know you could win it on your paddle when it was 18, 4 more to go. How confident were you knowing you could put this away?
I just took it at one point at a time. You know, everyone out here is really tough. Travis is a great singles player. Collin was very surprising and amazing out there on the singles court, so that was actually a pleasure to watch him play. And Jorja's a great player as well, and Jessie can smack some balls. So, you know, we didn't take this one for granted. We went out there, and yeah, maybe on paper we have the better team, but you got to go get the job done. So I'm glad we made it through. I'm glad we fought as a team and really were able to bounce back after losing both mix.
And Thomas, sitting on the sidelines cheering your team on, but just how proud of you are of these Mad Drops?
Like Hunter said earlier, couldn't be more excited for him to take my place. So he's wearing Wilson, so I'm basically playing.
There you have it, the Mad Drops.
And playing well. And playing well by that.
Took the win here against the Florida Smash. Michelle, back up to you. Mad Drops!
Cameron, thanks so much. That's a wrap for our coverage of day one of the Major League Pickleball Premier level. Anyway, Daytona Beach Special Premier Level Group Play will continue tomorrow, and the Challenger Championships will be also taking place tomorrow at 2 p.m. Then coverage will conclude on Championship Court with the quarterfinal rounds of the Premier League. We will begin action at 9 a.m. Thanks so much for spending part of your day with us. Keep it right here on MajorLeaguePickleball.net or on the MLP YouTube channel. For Michelle McMahon, Adam Stone, and Cameron Blackwood and our entire Boxcar production crew, we will see you right back here at 9 a.m. sharp tomorrow morning.